Hi there, Karen here, Cake Out Online, live from London. And I just thought I would talk to you about something that I've seen, a phenomena that keeps recurring on Facebook groups that I'm looking at actually. And what is happening is the girls are giving out prices to their customers. And they're giving out prices by messenger, and they're really getting distraught because they're not either hearing anything back or the answer comes back, you're too expensive. And he's like, oh, that old chestnut again. Yes, they're too expensive then, right? And one of the young ladies concerned, she said, oh, I'm just so distraught, really, and I'm so fed up. I just think I'll just give up. And that's a real shame because a lot of the bakers are really, really talented girls. And just because the customers are either ghosting them by just never saying anything, or they're saying too expensive, that's it, right? No, don't give up. Not giving up. Like, nobody's giving up on my watch, right? But I'm hearing it over and over again. Now, I think it's not all about the money. Yes, of course, occasionally it is going to be about the money, and people are going to moan because they've only got a Costco type budget in their head. But sometimes people just want a little bit more customer service, a little bit more contact with the person that's going to be making their cake. The thing is, because customers buy from people that they know, like, and trust. And actually, if you think about it, it's really, really difficult to get across on a message on WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger or even email about your personality, what you are capable of doing, your thoughts that are in your head about the design, how to get them excited over their design. If they just come along and say, oh, I want a cake, pick, I don't know, Disney frozen cake or whichever, which by the way, Disney probably wouldn't like that. So pick another idea. But if they just say, oh, I just want this cake, and you just come across and say, oh, it's going to cost X, you haven't told them anything about you. You haven't told them anything about your capabilities. You haven't got them excited. You haven't told them about your delicious flavors that you could have. You've probably got 10 different flavors that you could offer and 10 different fillings and combinations that you could have. Then they're missing out on your personality and what you can actually do. And I think the girls that are just giving, it's easy. I totally get that. It's really easy to just go, oh, it's going to cost X in a message. But then if you don't hear anything and somebody thinks, all right, I'll go off and get another quote. If that person is going off to get another quote from a different cake decorator in your local vicinity, and that girl is actually spending a little bit of time on the telephone talking to them and getting them excited about their order, I bet your bottom dollar that that person is going to go to the person that has spent a bit of time with them. So you've got zero chance on Messenger or WhatsApp. And if your competitor seems to be getting all of your uh, what you would perceive of maybe your orders, maybe that is why. So I would suggest, why don't you try changing how you take the order? And I know I do get it that the girls are taking the orders and then they've got a long thread of the message backwards and forwards. But another girl said that she was getting messages at 3 o'clock in the morning. So it's like, so the messaging thing isn't really working if people are not respecting the fact that you're open from 9 till 6 or whatever your opening hours are. Are you being clear when your opening hours are? Otherwise, people will just take the mickey and message you at ridiculous times of the day, and then send another message with a load of question marks saying, "Are you there?" But it's 4 o'clock in the morning, British Standard Time. It's like, what is that all about? So why not try and work a way around getting just one consultation, even if you send them to a Calendly automated link where they can book in for a consultation. So at 9 till 10 o'clock in the morning, you just deal with all the phone calls. That's the only place that you're going to have a conversation about your cake orders. Otherwise, you've got messages coming. You're checking an email inbox. You're checking your WhatsApp. You're checking your Facebook Messenger. It's an absolute nightmare, and probably like a dozen other places as well. So no wonder the cake decorators are all really stressed. So that was my thought for today. Please don't give up just because your customer has either ghosted you because you've given them a quote um, over a message and they haven't come back to you, and then you're probably a little bit nervous about ringing them because now it sounds like you're pushing them. But actually, when I surveyed a load of people and said, if you had a celebration cake in mind and you had a cake decorator in mind too, would you like to have a message from that cake decorator, or would you actually like to hear and have a conversation? 100%, and it was quite a big sample of people, 100% said they'd like to have a conversation. So it's like, hello, let's have conversations, really. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that that's what I do bang on about an awful lot. But anyway, at the moment, we've just opened a Facebook group. Um, it's called the Abundant Bakers and Cakers, and we'd love you if you're here on my page and you haven't heard about it or you haven't seen the posts. We'd love you to join us. It's free, and we'd love people that are like-minded and think like we do to come and join us over there if you'd like to, and think of ways to stop people ghosting you or just saying it's too expensive. Just by having that conversation. That's me, and I'm done for today. Ciao.